Good day, students. In today's workshop, we're going to set up a Revit project file using a template, and we're going to set up some additional level information so that we can start our project. Okay, in essence, all that you have to do, you'll see if you go to support in OK200 and you go to Revit tab, you'll need to download the latest template. Okay, so if you go to templates, please download this version 2026. Okay, this is important, so click these dots over here and download, or you can click these dots over here and download. Download this project file to your own machine and make it yours. Please do not link this library. I've noticed that these libraries are getting very large and it will swamp your OneDrive, especially if you're going to work in the computer lab. So download the template and make it yours and put it in a location where you can get access to it every time. Remember, use Google Drive, use a Google Drive or use a OneDrive to keep your data backed up going forward. Okay, but in a nutshell, I'm going to use my desktop for this, and I've set up a project folder where I'm going to download this template file to. Okay, so I'm going to go save. Okay, so once you've downloaded the project file on your desktop, you're going to launch Revit. So launch Revit. I am going to pause the video. I have launched it already because it does take a lot of time. Okay, so once you've launched Revit, what you need to do is you'll need to start a new project. So every time you start a project file in Revit, you have to use a template to drive the project. It's very important. Don't open the project file or don't open the template file, because it means that you will not be able to save this as a project. Okay, so very important. You need to go to new. You'll need to go and say, it doesn't matter, you're creating a new project and you're going to use a template file. So you're going to say browse. Now, wherever you save this information on your computer, you'll need to go and access it there. So you need to go to desktops. So in workshop folder, here's my Revit 2026 template, and you need to open this template. Okay, press OK. So this will launch on a 2D drafting view. This is just an overview of what has been set up in the project and typical text, line weights, and information that we use in the project. So it's just a landing view. It's just to kind of alert you to what's going on in the project and what's available. Okay, but in essence, you'll need to go to site or zero level. It doesn't matter. So once you enter site view or zero, it's the same information. They just have different view ranges. So it doesn't matter which one you open. So in level 0, now you've got some elevations. Now typically in Revit, to add levels, we need to use elevations or sections. Now the project comes with elevations already, so we're going to use an elevation view. So north will work for me. So as you start the project, you'll notice we're going to have level 0 and level 1. Okay, so we need to add another level to the project. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward. In this section, in the architectural tab at the top, you'll notice that we've got a function where we can add levels. Okay, I'm going to add a level. Now, this is important. To use the right type of level, we need to copy the same level properties. So we're not going to use datum in this instance. We're going to use a project level. We'll use project datums for another type of project, but for now, we're just going to create a new level. Now, before we complete adding the level, we need to say create plan view. This is very important because we need to tell it what type of plan views it needs to create. So it's going to be a ceiling plan and a floor plan. We're not going to create a structural plan for now. It's just going to be those types of levels. Okay. Now it's very important. So once you've created the level, you'll notice that this will have a blue marker. If this marker is black, it means that it didn't create the right view. So you can see level 3, level 3. But in essence, this is not a great naming convention. So for now, I'm just going to make that level 2. Okay. Yes, I want to change everything. You can go and change these to ground first. So what we could do in this essence is go to here and go 0. So ground floor. Okay. So we can go and change these here like this. So please do this, ground floor. We use the zeros. It will just help us with the sequence of how these plans work. That's important, okay? So I get rid of that and I'll just say first floor. Okay, yes, you want to change everything every time so we know where these are. And then here I'm going to go to second floor. Yes, I want to change everything. Okay, great. So we've got some levels in the project. Now these levels are not set up correct yet because typically in South Africa we use brick coursing. So I would rather set this up to work with brick coursing. If I change to timber, I can change this later on. But generally in South Africa we construct, most of our buildings use a lot of masonry. So it'd be wise to set these up correctly using the correct brick coursing. So that's quite easy to do in Revit. So once you select any level, you'll see that these blue dimensions appear. These blue dimensions allow us to quickly go and edit the value. So I can use equations as well. So I'm going to say equals to 85 times by 32, and you'll see it'll change this level to the correct level. Okay, likewise with this one, I'm going to say equals to 32 times by 85. Okay, great. So now in 3D view, you'll see that we will have these levels pre-set up as well. Okay, so that's very handy. But for now, we're going to focus on ground and first. So just make sure that you have your levels set up correctly, the right information. Once you've got this far, if you're going to use these levels as well, these sections as well, I would set the elevation detail to fine. So when we are starting to draw stuff, we see things in more detail. There's sometimes we will not switch this off, but that's something we'll discuss later. Okay, but in essence, set this up, and then once you've set this up, please save your project files. So save as, you'll see now it will have project. I can save this as a project. If you had opened the template file, it will not allow you to save this as a project file. It will only allow you to save this as a template file. So you'll have to start again and then follow what I did step by step to make it a project. So you're going to save this as a project file. You're going to put this back in the workshop folder. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to call this baked beans is my name. So please just give it your student number and just your first and second name, and then you can save that on your own machine, and then please upload this file to the folder link that I've given you as part of this workshop. Okay, so everything will be there. Just remember in Teams, you'll need to go to shared, and in student files, it'll be a link here where you're going to upload your file. That will be available during tomorrow's workshop. Okay, thank you.